On Monday, April 18, 2016, 45-year-old fitness trainer Missy Bevers was tragically attacked and murdered at the Creekside Church of Christ in Midlothian. At the time, she was preparing to host her early morning fitness class with no apparent signs of trouble. Missy had no known enemies and was cherished by all. There seemed to be no motive for someone to target this innocent woman. Despite a detailed investigation, the police were unable to reach any conclusions. More than 8 years later, Missy's case remains unsolved. Welcome to Bad Things. As always, we'll examine the timeline, the facts, and the theories to uncover who most likely killed Missy Bevers. Before her mysterious murder, Missy lived a simple and happy life. Born as Terry Leanne Strickland on August 9, 1970 in Graham, Texas, to James C. and Norma L. Strickland, she was affectionately known as Missy. According to Find a Grave, Missy grew up in Jacksboro, Texas with her older brother Clifford and younger brother Clint, whom she loved and entertained. She was known for her ability to make friends with fun-loving people. After graduating from Jacksboro High School in 1988, she attended several colleges, eventually earning a Bachelor of Science degree from Tarleton State University in 1995. She later worked in retail. Married life. In 1998, Missy's life took a new direction when she married Brandon Bevers on June 20th. Around this time, she pursued further education to earn a teaching certificate in special education. Following their honeymoon in Alaska, Missy obtained her certificate and began working with students who needed extra support. According to People, she taught for 2 years before giving birth to her first daughter, Hannah, in 2001. At that point, she decided to stay home to care for her newborn, putting her career on hold. Brandon described her as a good person during an interview with ABC News.
My wife was she was a great woman, a wife, a great mother, a great friend.
The couple later welcomed their second daughter, Allie, in 2003, followed by their third, Sarah, in 2007. At the time of Missy's murder, her daughters were aged 8, 13, and 15. After her youngest daughter reached second grade, Missy discovered a new passion for fitness training in 2014. She pursued this passion and became a certified instructor at Creekside Church of Christ in Midlothian, just a 20-minute drive from her home. Missy wasn't just an ordinary fitness instructor focused on improving her campus' physical health. She also played a vital role as a motivational speaker, striving to enhance their mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. This dedication wasn't limited to her profession. She encouraged her daughters to follow their dreams, firmly believing that anyone could achieve their goals if they believed in themselves. Her outlook reflected her desire to live life to the fullest and achieve something meaningful. As a trainer, Missy stayed connected with her campus through social media. She often shared updates about her classes online. On April 17, 2016, the day before her tragic death, she posted on Facebook, "If it's raining, we're still training." Midlothian had been experiencing poor weather conditions throughout the weekend, yet Missy remained undeterred. She had scheduled a class at 5 a.m. despite the bad weather. A less dedicated person might have cancelled the session, but Missy's determination ensured that once she made a plan, she followed through no matter the obstacles. Later that evening, shortly before 9:30 p.m., she posted again, "Good night all. I have to get up at 3:30 a.m. See you bright and early." Before she went to sleep, Missy spent some time on the phone with Brandon, who was in Mississippi on a fishing trip. Tragically, this would be the last conversation they ever had. The day of the tragic murder. On April 18, 2016, Missy arrived at the church around 4:18 a.m. Due to the inclement weather, she chose to hold her class indoors rather than in the usual parking lot. She parked her car near the front door, likely to make it easier to unload the equipment for the session. At 5 a.m., the students arrived, only to be met with a shocking and unexpected scene. Their 45-year-old teacher had been attacked in the head and chest, suffering severe puncture wounds. The brutal assault was fatal, leaving her loved ones devastated. Officers arrived at 5:10 a.m., beginning an investigation that would remain unresolved. Investigation. Surveillance footage from Creekside Church captured the intruder wandering the halls, holding what appeared to be a large hammer. While it wasn't confirmed as the weapon used in the attack, the hammer was found near Missy's injured body, along with other tools. The police stated that her injuries were consistent with the tools the suspect was carrying at the time. Evidence at the crime scene also suggested that Missy may have fought and struggled with the intruder. Initially, the police suspected the case might have been a burglary, but the timing raised doubts about this theory. Soon after, they revised their theory. The footage revealed that the intruder made no attempt to steal valuable items nearby, which was unusual. Burglars typically prioritize taking as much as possible and leaving quickly, not wandering aimlessly. Another strange detail was that the intruder was wearing a police tactical uniform. Why would a burglar choose to do this? Attorney and former police officer Pete Schultz also reported, "This is not kind of your routine burglary." The police also had another piece of evidence: video footage of a suspicious, out-of-place vehicle parked outside the church several hours before the murder. The vehicle appeared to be a silver or light-colored Nissan Altima with an oval sticker on its bumper. Unfortunately, investigators were unable to identify the driver. Possible suspects. A man named Bobby Wayne Henry was considered a suspect for several reasons. As a security guard at the church, he had access to both the premises and the equipment worn by the suspicious figure in the footage. However, Henry denied any involvement, stating that he didn't know Missy and successfully passed a polygraph test. After spending several months in prison, he was eventually released. Another suspect was April Sandoval, whose name circulated in social media discussions surrounding the case. This 36-year-old woman was about the same height as the killer and had a distinctive gait due to a previous foot injury. It was also reported that she had rented a vehicle similar to the one seen in the surveillance footage. Additionally, this woman had been one of Missy's students in her 5-week Camp Gladiator fitness course. Her criminal history raised further suspicion and sparked intense debates. However, investigators found no evidence linking her to the crime. In May 2016, during a news conference, Assistant Chief Kevin Johnson acknowledged the frustration surrounding the case, but offered hope to the community. "We want an arrest as fast as anybody in this case. We want to bring that sense of safety back to the community and resolve this for the family and the public in general." He assured everyone that the investigation would continue until the case was resolved. However, by 2017, Brandon had decided to end his personal efforts to find his wife's killer. In a heartfelt message, he wrote, "The children hear the daily anxiety I have in finding this person, and I think they are tired of the mentality this puts our day-to-day life in. They want normalcy and happiness. I want justice, but I too fear the reality of bringing this person to trial and the emotional uncertainty that may go with it." Despite multiple suspects, no concrete evidence emerged, leaving Missy's case unresolved and her loved ones without justice. The killer's gender remained unidentified, but several theories continue to circulate about who may have been responsible for Missy Bevers' death. Brandon Bevers and his father killed Missy. This theory suggests that Brandon, who appeared concerned about his wife, conspired with his father, Randy Bevers, to orchestrate her murder. Reports indicate that Missy and Brandon were facing significant tensions in their relationship at the time of her death. The situation seemed so unusual that many theorized Brandon had planned the scenario himself. But why would an elderly father-in-law be involved? While the motive remains unclear, several suspicious elements have surfaced, particularly the bloody shirt. 4 days after the incident, Randy reportedly took 4 shirts to a local laundromat for cleaning. Among them was a woman's shirt with bloodstains. It wasn't just the police who suspected him. He also remained a central figure in the ongoing discussions surrounding Missy's case. One person commented, Regardless of whether it was or was not Randy Bevers, the dad, I'm 100% creeped out by his smiling, happy and animated face while he is discussing his DIL's murder. Why is he so happy? Unfortunately, no conclusive evidence emerged from this line of investigation. A jealous affair partner took revenge. Police revealed that Missy and Brandon had discussed extramarital affairs, which came to light while obtaining warrants to access their personal data. This raised the possibility that one of them might have been unfaithful. Brandon himself suggested that the attack wasn't random, but rather likely carried out by someone who knew Missy and had a motive. He questioned why a burglar would kill his wife, yet leave their wedding ring untouched. However, like many of the previous clues, it didn't lead to any conclusive evidence, though several suspects remained under consideration. Before we dive deeper into this mystery, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here. We've got plenty more mysterious stories to share, and you won't want to miss out, guys. We believe Missy became a victim of revenge carried out by a jealous partner. While this is just a theory, it's supported by stronger evidence and statements compared to the theory involving Brandon and Randy, which we've already discussed. First, let's discuss Brandon, one of the last people to speak with Missy on the phone. While many find him suspicious, there is no concrete evidence linking him to the crime. Having personal issues with Missy doesn't necessarily mean he would have killed her. Even at the time of the incident, he wasn't nearby but was on a fishing trip in Mississippi. As for Randy, he too faced scrutiny, but it's important to note that he was in San Diego, California during the incident. Both alibis were independently verified, which ultimately led to Brandon and Randy being cleared of suspicion. Now let's address the suspicions around Randy and the bloody shirt. Randy explained that the bloodstains were from their pet dog, Kilo, who was fatally injured in a fight with another animal. He and his wife rushed Kilo to the animal emergency hospital at Mansfield, which led to the suspicious stains. Randy later clarified that he didn't think twice about bringing the bloody shirt to the dry cleaner, saying someone trying to hide evidence would have attempted to conceal it instead. Guys, think for yourselves. Why would Randy openly reveal the shirts if he were connected to the crime? Kevin Johnson confirmed the shirts were sent to a crime lab, and the results backed up Randy's story. It was animal blood. Now, why do we think Missy was a victim of revenge by a jealous partner? First, it's unlikely the killer was a stranger. The attacker probably knew Missy's schedule and the best time to strike. Missy often posted details about her fitness classes on social media, giving the killer useful information. For example, her last post, "If it's raining, we're still training," confirmed she'd be at the church the next morning. Additionally, Brandon's annual fishing trip with his friends might have played into the killer's plans. It's possible the killer knew Brandon's schedule and used his absence as the perfect opportunity to strike. This suggests the perpetrator would have known the couple for years and was waiting for the right moment. The killer also appeared to anticipate how Missy would react. Surveillance footage shows the suspect wearing full police tactical gear, including a helmet, suggesting precautions were taken. Given that Missy was a fitness trainer, she would likely have been knowledgeable in self-defense. Another clue supports this theory. Police revealed Missy had been exchanging intimate messages with a man on LinkedIn. Investigators contacted this person, who admitted to communicating with Missy on the platform from January up until her death. According to reports, the messages became flirtatious and familiar. However, many of the messages had been deleted, which made it harder for investigators to get a complete picture. While opinions differ, we think the killer was a woman. If you watch the surveillance footage closely, the suspect has a feminine way and a gait that suggests a possible injury to the right leg or foot. Even after more than 8 years, this theory still sparks discussions on social media. One Reddit user commented, "There is a long-time rumor that she was having an affair with a cop from a nearby town, and his wife is the one that killed Missy." For all these reasons, we believe the attack was planned by a jealous partner. What do you think? Did we miss anything? Share your thoughts in the comments.